Hey everyone, today we're gonna do another Reddit video because I actually really enjoyed the last one I did about the stories. But this one's gonna be more focused on worst experiences or worst things that have happened at a place or situation. And the first one I'm gonna do is called What's the worst thing you have done / said on a first date? On this first date we were discussing pets and I was telling her about my mate's cat who adores me and hates him, and I say, funny story actually, he got the cat as part of a deal on buying his new house. They had to move because the wife had an epilepsy and had an episode at the top of the stairs, fell down and broke her back, then had a stroke while in the hospital from another episode. That wasn't very funny, was it? Oops. And yes, that was our only date, and she was gorgeous too. Well, I feel really bad for that guy. I'm sure he didn't mean it to tell a dark story. It just so by accident it evolved into a really fucked up story. Went to this bakery with a guy, proceeded to talk about something dumb my father did to me to embarrass me. Find out his father shot himself when he was 9. Oh, moves on to some other acceptable topic. Everything going well. Knock over extremely hot coffee on his crotch. Apologize profusely. Guy sticks it out, smiles, date continues. Food finally arrives, shoves pastry into his mouth so he can try it. Guy begins to have allergic reaction. Can't find EpiPen. We go to the hospital. The end. What a god awful date. Wait, hold on. When she said stick it out, what does that mean? Like sticks out his dick? I'm late, but this story hurts too much not to tell. I asked the guy out, yay me. He was too socially awkward to do it. I gathered my imaginary testicles and did it myself. We got drunk on this date. Well, he did because he tried to keep up with me, rookie error, and missed his bus. I said he could sleep in my room, said he could sleep in my bed several times. He took the floor and said he wanted to be gentlemanly. I said I was turning off the light. He said, no, wait, I want to say goodnight. Fucking finally. I might at least get a kiss from the guy I'd been staring creepily at for 7 months. He said goodnight and offered his hand for a high five. God, this is too cringy. It's actually awful. A high five. He actually gave me a high five when I told him he could have sex. God, this is actually cringy. So this story was not what I did, but what he did, and now my friends high five me every time I leave the room. That's actually what a retard move. Blind date, never again. We went for a romantic walk by the park. We saw a small raccoon. He screams like a prepubescent boy and it hisses at him and it calmly walks away from him. I comfort him, giggle and call him silly buns silly buns? Okay. And in the middle of my explanation about silly animals and how to deal with them, he turns around and suddenly yells, "You hurt my pride and you're using words I don't understand to explain something I don't fucking care about. I'm gone." Apparently I'm too knowledgeable. Oh god, that's actually off. Okay. Times I was set up for a blind date. Number 1, she was hit by a dump truck the week before, went out once. Number 2, she flipped her car on the way to the meeting, never ended up going out. Number 3, brother arrested for meth a couple days before and she got custody of her 3-year-old niece she barely knew. Dated for a couple of months. Number 4, absolutely nothing. Dated for 6 months. Happened 2 days ago. I failed grade 9, applied maths twice, but I'm not really a thinker, I'm a doer. Sometimes I actually need a calculator to count to 10. After this, I was like, oh my god, time to go water my cat, and drove her home, skipping every stop sign on the way there. 25-minute date, my fastest yet. Now we have another story, but this one's about a cinema, and the post is, what is the worst cinema experience you've ever encountered? People, venue, anything of the sort. The first comment is, last night I went to see the new Captain America movie. A couple behind me brought their kid who was no older than 7. The entire second half of the movie, the kid was walking down the aisle, yelling and blowing very loud raspberries. Parents did absolutely nothing to stop him. When the movie ended, I said, hey, maybe next time leave the kid at home. And the mother just looked at me and yelled, fuck you. People like this are ruining the experience of going to the movies. During the last Spider-Man, I had to sit next to a 6-year-old girl who made it clear before the movie that she was definitely afraid of lizards. Her Her parents did nothing to calm her hysterical crying for much of the film. I had a weekday off and had been looking forward to see LA Confidential. It was pretty empty, only 5 other people in the theatre besides me. 3 younger people who complained that the movie was too stupid while talking through most of the film. They eventually left before it was over. The other couple easily weighed 600 pounds between the 2 of them. They sat 2 rows away, stayed for the entire film, but started making out about 3/4 of the way there. They moaned and slubbed and spit and sucked their way through the rest of the movie and missed the finale. Even though the audience I saw it with was pretty annoying, that movie was rather fantastic. I went to watch Devil's Due with my girlfriend, and about halfway through the film, the theater started swarming with rats or mice. We thought it was something to do with the movie, but then we realized that they were actually real, and we laughed and complained. But all we got back was tickets to watch the film again, which was terrible to say the least. I went to see Aliens vs Predator in a larger city. I knew it would be bad, but I like bad sci-fi action. What ruined it was the father next to me. He brought his 6-year-old daughter to Aliens vs Predator 2. To make me much more infuriated, she asked, "Daddy, I want to go, this is scary." And he just shushed her. I felt like less of a person for not telling him off then and there. But he was black, and I'm stereotypically white guy afraid of the damned race card. Worst movie experience of my life. It makes me feel like less of a person. Now we have another one called Hotel Workers of Reddit. What is the worst thing you have found in a room after a guest stay? It was a family retreat / kid's birthday party. The adults were getting shit-faced while the kids were in the presidential suite raising hell. They had decided to have a fully stocked ice cream bar and allowed the kids to do what they wanted with it. M&M's crossing the carpet, chocolate footprints on the walls, whipped cream fucking everywhere, and fruit punch spilled on the bed. In total, we had to charge them about 7k in damages, which they took to court because they thought the cleanup would be included. That's why we did it at the hotel. They also smashed glass all over our dog hiking trail, which I had to clean up. A woman with mysophobia, fear of germs, stayed with us. Never let the cleaning ladies into the room, and she preferred to clean herself. One day she leaves and removes the do stuff. Maid calls down and says the room has a strong chemical odor and found bags of pee and poop in her drawers. Oh, what the fuck? Wait, why? I'm guessing she didn't want to go to the toilet, so she rather fill bags of her own piss and shit and leave it in the drawer. Oh, it's actually disgusting. Oh, hold on. I should reply. I found that people with germ phobias don't like to use or flush the toilet because the water splashes and sprays into the air. So in their mind, it is clean to use the bags. 3 guys in one room left all of their windows open and lights on overnight in the summer. I've never seen so many different types of bugs flying around in the room. It was terrifying. We ran in spraying bug killer, like our lives depended on it, then ran out and left the room for an hour. We came back to a floor that was almost black with dead bugs. I can still hear the crunching. Another one is called "What's your worst experience at the beach?" When I was like maybe 8 or 9, I was body surfing in a mesh bathing suit, and a bit of my foreskin got caught through one of the holes in the mesh. I'm guessing he's saying he got caught like in one of the slippers. That's kind of nice. That's kind of bad. But that is one of the main reasons people like to circumcise their kids, is so they don't get their foreskin caught on mesh bathing suits. My brother-in-law talked my husband and me into sitting on some lava rock and letting the waves crash on us. Waves are strong. I had to turn to a backstop for my brother-in-law so he wouldn't slide off this huge rock into the ocean. I got super cut up, blood everywhere. I was having a really nice time walking along Gold Coast Beach a few years ago, getting some sun, breathing the salty air, singing about life, when some fuckwit who walked past and made a snide comment like, "Put your shirt back on, Bilbo Baggins. Nobody wants to see that one there at the beach." I wasn't expecting that at all. It hit me like a ton of bricks in the face. I've been so embarrassed to be seen in public where I showed ever since. Screw that guy and screw the Gold Coast Beach. Now, the last one I'm gonna read today is McDonald's employees. What is the worst thing that's ever happened in the play place? Now, I like this question because nobody else like it. Some fucking kid climbed all the way to the top slide and took his goddamn pants off and slid down the slide. Problem is, he shat the whole way down. There was a fucking trail of shit spanning the entire second half of the slide. We only found out because some other fucking kid slid down that slide and came out covered in chunky liquid shit and crying uncontrollably. Oh god. A lady left her 2 young children in the play place for 4 hours while she went to the thrift store shopping. Eventually a nice old woman came and told me they were there and didn't seem to have a guardian present. So of course I called the cops. She finally returned. She admitted that she does it a few times a week. Another time I was getting ready to lock up for the night and I noticed smoke coming from under the door of the plate place. I was quite surprised to find 4 older men smoking pot and cigarettes, sliding and giggling. An old couple with their grandchild. They sat at one of the tables that had a tube running over it. Kid piss in the tunnels above. Piss dripped down all over the old people and their food. That's awful. That's really the worst one. Well, those were some interesting stories. I might do some more videos in the future about reading stories off of Reddit because I really enjoy doing them, and they're just very interesting to read. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.